Take me out to left field. Give me a shot of Fireball. Give me some high fives from Mark Pena and a hug from Jeff Cross as we stand on top of the tables. Hearing the horns, that's a blast. For it's 1, 2, 3 shots from the cannon with the ladies of left field.
Hey, y'all, it's game time with the ladies of left field. As usual, we got Jordan here with Kasey and Katie.
Hey.
Hey, y'all.
And I know normally we would start with Hot Girl headlines, but since the 2024-25 athletic season is officially over, we figured we would give you guys an overview of all the awesome things that happened in Texas sports this year. So, Katie, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, so a couple of good things, just athletics-wise. The Longhorns did win the Directors' Cup. Directors' Cup is super awesome. We've had a dominance in it now. We've earned it the 4th time in the last 5 years. This year, we narrowly beat out the USC Trojans for the Directors' Cup award. Just so you guys know, this is given out by the National Association of Collegiate Directors of Athletics to colleges and universities in the U.S. that have the most success throughout all collegiate athletics. So it essentially ranks, universities based on their performance across various NCAA and or NAIA championships. So points are awarded across all the various finishing positions in each championship. So with higher finishes, of course, you earn more points. So this is a big deal. It kind of encompasses all the sports together. Amazing that we've won it for the 4th time in the last 5 years. UT dominance. We love it. It's really amazing. And, we don't like the Trojans, so we got to beat them always. So, yeah, it's been a good year for UT. We're going to kind of hit up a bunch of good things. So, yeah, winning all these, awards and finishing top across all sports, it definitely lined us up for our first season in the SEC. I think Kasey is going to tell us all about that.
Yes. And so not only did we win the Directors' Cup, we won the SEC All Sports Trophy. And again, like we point out, this was our first year in the SEC, and everybody asked if Texas was ready. Ha ha ha. We won the SEC All Sports Trophy on our first year. So I'd say we were definitely ready.
Definitely ready.
This is given to, just as it sounds, the most successful athletic program in the conference in terms of overall success in both men's and women's sports. And we were that. We had 8 SEC titles, combination of either winning the regular season or a tournament. So that was, obviously kicking butt right there. And we had 2 national championships to tally onto that. So the SEC can, you're welcome for that as well, that we gave them that. So,
welcome. So good.
That's so good.
I mean, they're welcome, so, and then we can get into all of our top moments that can even further detail how great our first year in the SEC was.
Jordan, you want to tell us what teams did win the SEC regular season titles?
Yeah, so splitting it up, regular season titles, we had women's basketball, men's and women's swimming and diving, baseball, men's tennis, rowing, and beach volleyball. And the tourney titles were soccer and men's tennis. And I think we thought it'd all be fun. We thought it'd be fun to go through like what we thought were the top 5 moments. If you guys don't agree, please feel free to send us an email, comment on Instagram, let us know. If we get any good ones or any ones that we really feel like we forgot, we'll absolutely bring them up on the next episode. But to kick off top 5 moments, I figured we'd start with baseball winning the SEC regular season title in their first season there. They won on Thursday, May 15th, and the best part, I think, is that they won it because they beat Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, getting to beat Oklahoma and then clinch the SEC regular season was awesome. And I think we'll get more into baseball a little bit later, but that, especially with the overachieving season they had, that was a lot of fun to see them win the Big 12. Ooh, I just almost said Big 12. The SEC regular season title.
It was a big deal. It was super fun to see us, get that trophy at Oklahoma in Norman. And Arkansas helped us out by losing against Tennessee. So, it's all good. All right, I'll go to number 4. Number 4 was women's basketball making the Final Four. I think they really showed up in the tournament and played really well. This Texas reached their first NCAA Final Four since 2003. So this was a huge deal over 20 years. They were definitely powered by a fierce 58-47 Elite 8 win over TCU. If you're in Texas, Texas is also always a big rivalry. So that's a big deal going back to like the Southwest Conference and different times. So, and just Dallas rivalries in general. So go Lady Longhorns.
I will take number 3, which was men's swimming and diving winning a national championship.
They dominate, but
excuse me.
Always.
Yeah. Dominated, won the SEC first year with Coach Bowman, and it didn't matter that they had a new coach because they still just went in there and won another dang national championship. So that was fun. I like to say unsurprising. We know the swim team is going to be good. So congrats again to number 3 on our top 5 moments, the men's swimming and diving team for the national championship.
Yep. And then, yes, I got one here. Texas football making the college football playoff semifinal, or winning, you're just getting there. And then, but our Peach Bowl victory the week before, or whatever, how many days before it was one of the most epic games that we probably, any of us, have ever been a part of watching. I can still visualize myself pacing around in my foyer with all people at our house, and just, and 4th and 13, it was like, okay, this is over. And then Quinn throws that bullet to Golden, and it was just, what?
God. Thank God.
I mean, yeah, I was
like, this is going to go real bad real soon. We were,
yeah. And then we seal it with an interception that was just the most, because we couldn't count them out, because that Cam Scatabo guy would just not quit. I mean, he would not quit.
Annoying.
But football, back-to-back years making the college football playoff, we're on a roll, and of course the expectations are high again for this coming season, so we'll see how that goes. But that was definitely that kicked off SEC things with a bang for sure, our football season.
All right, Jordan, you want to give us number 1?
I can give us number 1, and that is, if this surprises anyone or anyone tries to fight us on this, I'm just not listening. This is the one thing I will not take any suggestions on, is softball winning the Women's College World Series and beating Texas Tech. Everyone throughout that tournament, Tegan Cavan, Mia Scott, obviously Reese Atwood, like everybody, this team was just so much fun to watch. So seeing them win the championship and get to finish this team with a bang was awesome. Cavan was the most outstanding player, and Frank, we had this discussion on the podcast, but when it happened, it could have been Mia Scott. It could have been probably Reese Atwood too. Like, that was just, it was so much fun to watch. It was so cool, and especially fun that you got to beat Texas Tech.
That's always good. She was so dominant, Tegan was, but the whole thing was just awesome. Because we lost game 2, right? We won game 1, lost game 2, and Tegan didn't pitch. And we kind of were like seeing what would happen, and then came back and just dominated game 3. Yeah. So,
and getting to beat OU on the way to the championship series. Finally getting to beat OU. That was awesome too.
Yes, that was huge. So yeah, there's our rundown top 5. If you have any feedback for us, we're happy to listen, but we feel like this is pretty spot on for our long.
And I mean, there were so many good moments, small moments to pick from. So you kind of had to pick the biggest ones. Because there were so many fun little moments in every game, in most of the sports that I could think of. Like, if we'd have tried to pick like the top 10 plays or whatever, we'd be here all day. So tried to make it easy for you guys, so you didn't have to listen to an 8-hour long podcast.
All right. So next thing, we thought we'd go sport by sport and just kind of share some fun highlights or the high moments for each team. So I'll go football first. Kasey already mentioned postseason success was amazing. In the NFL draft, we had 12 Longhorns that were selected in total. That's a program record. Last year we had 11, so that beat last year's record. 3 players were also chosen in the first round. It's the first time in 45 years that we've had 3 players go in the first round. So that's pretty awesome. Kasey, you want to take volleyball?
Well, yeah, I was going to add into football also.
Yeah.
Something cool to me. I mean, obviously, super cool was beating A&M. First time we played them since 2011, and we have to go there. So it was like, that was a scary game on the schedule. Just A&M was kind of rolling somewhat. They kind of lost their momentum, I guess, by getting beat the week before. But, kind of going into that last month, they were starting to like gain momentum, and it was like, oh my gosh, this actually could be, a game that was critical to the
just could go poorly.
Yeah, and it could, it could determine if they could knock us out of getting to play in the SEC championship, all that kind of stuff. And so to go in there and to win that game, and to kind of make our statement once again of about everything, that was a huge thing to me in football. And so, and then we had volleyball was another one of our fall sports. And
Jordan, you want to take volleyball?
Yeah, so volleyball, I think we all kind of thought Texas was going to come in and run the table, and they didn't, but they still made it to the Sweet 16. Lost to Creighton. But next season should be fun. They got 11 home matches at Gregory and 1 at Moody, which the one at Moody Center is Stanford, and that is going to be so much fun, I feel like. So everyone get out to Moody on September 7th to support the volleyball team, because that's going to be, frankly, I think that's going to be a really fun game.
Yeah.
Fun match, excuse me. But also, I'll go ahead and take soccer while we're here, because we're kind of splitting in between fall and spring, and soccer was one of the sports I covered in the fall anyway. And I think the soccer team's pretty quiet. No one, not a ton of success recently, but they won the SEC women's soccer tournament in their first attempt there. So that was a lot of fun. Just getting to see them win that, and especially like they had to beat Arkansas again. Super fun. Love that for us. But yeah, so go soccer. They made it postseason, I think, second round.
They made it to the second round. Yeah, I think they won their first postseason game, or match, as you said. Yeah, and did well.
That's awesome.
I should know.
I also want to just throw out there that if you are ever in Austin during volleyball season, you've got to make it to Gregory Gym. It is like one of the most fun places to watch a sporting event ever. It's like packed in here. They have a DJ. Yeah. You hope that the swimming team is there to watch, and because every point we make, they take off a piece of clothing, and then they get down to like their little Speedos, and it's just hilarious, and it's so entertaining. So I'm sure Moody will be awesome, but I do love some Gregory, so just got to shout out Gregory Gym, and the women's
very good point.
Volleyball atmosphere is pretty electric. It's awesome. Yeah. Well, I mentioned women's basketball before, but I'll kind of swing back there. We did win 35 games. We had amazing defense. Madison Booker was just, amazing. She was great on defense, great on offense. Rory Harmon was great. Also, controlling the ball, played great defense, and she is returning. So we're looking forward to Lady Longhorns showing up really well again this season. Love that coach. And so, yeah, go Lady Longhorns.
If they just didn't have to play South Carolina ever, it'd be fine.
I know. Not Dawn Stanley. Dang, Dawn.
Dang, gummit.
We have multiple girls coming back. Ladies, women. Oldacre, I believe, Jordan Lee. And, they've gotten some new ones coming in, but I think it's a testament to a team when you have people wanting to stick around and stay, especially now in the landscape of college basketball, men's and women's in the portal, and just jumping from team to team to team. So I think it's pretty awesome that you have a group that wants to stick around and play for Coach Schaefer.
For sure.
Because he's hard. It's not
no.
It's not like he's some little like, oh yay, rah cheerleader guy for them. He is an intense man. And
But we
coaches
will
took
also
part.
say, just
He loves
remember
them.
after they won. Yeah, I was saying, then we say that because you know that, but then you go back to thinking about like when he was crying just because he was like, I love this so much for them.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah. So
On that note, men's basketball, well, there's really nothing to take from the season at all. Sorry. I mean, gentle reminder: Texas did fire their coach after the season. So
We did well. Okay,
we're there.
we had the fun game when we beat A&M. Like the only
That's
time
true. That's true.
Yeah, we were
like
behind
that.
the entire game and came back, and the only time we led the game was when we won on a buzzer beater. So
hey, and Rodney Terry is a good guy. We all agree he's a
Yes.
good dude.
Yeah.
And then
And
just for Kasey, we're bringing in Miller style.
yeah,
You know, so
good time.
with our Miller time guy, so he better show up and play really well. Especially for Kasey and all the Miller Lights she loves to drink. So
But the one kind of cool thing from this men's basketball team in the draft that took place last week, Trey Johnson went number 6 overall to the Washington Wizards. That's tied for the 5th highest NBA draft selection in program history. It's also the highest draft pick since Mo Bamba in 2018. Mo went number 6 also. So rough season, but cool, fun little highlight. Happy for Trey Johnson. Excited to see how the NBA treats him.
welcome a new coach.
Mm-hmm.
All right. On to swimming and diving. We mentioned this already. Always good, just amazing. But we had a new coach, and still I think that's a big deal to continue to freaking dominate as you have a new coach. So it's great. Go swimming and diving always.
Always take it. Always
Yeah.
take it. I do wonder what Eddie Reese is up to sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
Hopefully he's just
there's no
living his
way
best
he's
life.
just I was like, I hope he's chilling, but I feel like he can't be like still. Just
I know coaches have a hard time doing that for the most part, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure he pops around quite a bit to the over at the center.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he's over there. Kasey walked in there. What was that case like last week or whatever? And
Last week, and I mean, I was like, we were delivering letter awards, and I was like, oh, gosh. And I made that comment to Jill, and she goes, "Oh," and I was there thinking, like, obviously you're used to this, like in a
Yeah.
world. But I was like,
I did love that. Jill was like, didn't even realize it. She was like, "Oh, it smells funny in here to you," and Kasey was like, literally like getting like choked out by the
What
chlorine.
does chlorine
Like-
smell like?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, I remember it from like back in my Texas student television days because no one wanted to cover swimming, and so Alex Stockwell and Haley Gray now per year, and I would go and cover swimming, and it was humid as heck in there too. On top of smelling like chlorine, it was humid, but got to cover a national championship contender every year, so that was awesome.
yeah, but yeah.
Case, tell us about baseball.
Oh Lord, well, I don't know. We far exceeded expectations, really, in my opinion. I mean, I know we were disappointed at the end, but I think that's only because, we start rolling into SEC and we win, and we kept winning. And it's like, oh my gosh, what's happening here? This is great. And so, there was that, but we had great pitching. Dylan Volantis, our freshman, has racked up just about every award that's out there for a pitcher, for a freshman. So he's well on his way to becoming another one of our great baseball players. And we had great crowd turnout all year. Playing in the SEC that everybody said, was going to be a game changer. And it was. I mean, even in terms of like weekends, every weekend seemed like a regional as opposed to just a random blah, 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 3-game series. And so to me, just all of that in general. And of course, I mean, the number, highlight games, we beat A&M all 3 games. Notice the trend here. We beat A&M a lot in a lot of things.
Don't you know they're out there looking for another conference to move to now?
I mean, I know.
Like, we're tired of the SEC. We're tired of Texas.
I hear the Pac-12.
Pac-12, here we come.
Yeah. Move along. Go join Texas State over there.
Yeah, go join Texas State and the rest of the states. They're all the state schools are in the Pac-12.
State schools. Yeah. But I mean, y'all have. I know y'all have some, baseball tidbits too. Katie, you traveled to some fun games, or both of you traveled to Vegas.
Yeah, we loved it. We loved all the travel. Loved
I hope
Mississippi
so.
State. Loved Vegas. Loved it all.
Kasey, I did think you made a good point at the very beginning of this baseball discussion. That was like, if you'd have said to any of us on this podcast or any of our left field friends that Texas would be hosting a regional just based off the off season and everything, like, I wouldn't have believed you. So it was a really, really good season in Schloss's first year, and a lot of good pieces. So hopefully it goes better even next year. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's lining us up to be real good, y'all.
I do too.
Okay.
I can
Okay,
also.
Kasey, we got your other one. Golf, Kasey.
Yeah.
Yeah, take golf, Kasey.
Men's and women's golf both had really great seasons. The men's team went on a tear this spring, winning 5 tournaments. I don't even know if that's been done. I mean, it probably has been done, but I don't know if it's been done. It's certainly not done regularly. And the women did really well, and they had a new coach, first-year coach, Laura Ianello. Both teams made it all the way to the quarterfinals and came down to their very last match in match play. And the women went to an extra hole, like I had to play 19 holes, and the men, went all the way to the 18th hole. So just really good golf. The men's golf team is young, and they had they too have like 3 guys that have all been getting lots of accolades, postseason awards. Christian Moss, Daniel Bennett, and Luke Potter, I believe is the other one that's gotten quite a few awards. So just good job for golf. College golf is fun to watch, or it's fun to keep up with, and at the end, and you can't really watch it until the end, but it's really fun to watch at the end because it's fun if you pay attention to the PGA Tour and stuff, and when you start to see a name pop up, and you're like, oh, I think I remember that name, and not necessarily Longhorns, of course, we're out there in force on the tour, but I'll recognize other names from the past few years of watching NCAAs, and that's kind of cool.
Like, were you watching the PGA tournament? Aaron Wise? At some point, I just had it on, but like Aaron Wise was in it for a little bit. Who was, I believe, he was on the Oregon team that
yes,
I think beat Bo's team.
Yes.
But yeah, I was like, wow, I haven't heard that name in many moons.
Right.
But that is a fun point too, because like it's always cool, like Doug Gim, who will still pop up sometimes. Bo Hostler, Dylan Fratelli, who was on fire for a little while. Yeah, it's cool to keep up with golf because because like Scotty too was kind of quiet till his senior year. Like you never would have known. He came into Texas with a lot of accolades, but then didn't, was kind of overshadowed by Jordan and Bo and so whoever. So yeah. But to say that like, yeah, you've been keeping up with Scotty since he was a freshman in college, like that's cool.
Yeah,
so cool.
And I have a funny little thing about Scotty. Just the other day we watched Wheel of Fortune, at our house, So the other night we're watching Wheel of Fortune, and at the end of it, Ryan Seacrest, Savannah, they're closing down the show, and it was something about, she asked him, is there anybody, you've met so many famous people, is there anybody that you haven't, famous person that you haven't met that you would like to have met? And he said Ryan, Frank Sinatra, and so then he turns to her and he goes, well, what about you? Who would you like to meet? And she goes, Scotty Scheffler. And he kind of looks at her like, no, he kind of looks blankly. And she's like, he's the #1 golfer. And of course, Barb and I both like, oh, the minute she said his name, I was like, oh my God, that's the coolest thing ever. So
wait a minute. Vanna said Scotty?
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So, and Barb,
I love that.
He said she loves golf and like plays and stuff. So she followed. I just thought that was the coolest thing. So I'm
getting her on the podcast.
Somebody has seen that and has, gotten that to his team of people, that
no, for sure,
mentioned on Wheel of Fortune as
for sure. Vanna's like a freaking institution. She's amazing.
I know. Yep. So anyway, just since we were talking about him, that made me that popped.
Oh, that's great. I missed that. That's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
All right, I'll do rowing. If Shelly was here, she'd do rowing. Shelly's about the only person I know who maybe follows rowing, but
understands it.
Yeah, understands it, follows it, knows what's happening. But we won the SEC. So there you go. Rowing. We finished 3rd nationally. We do have a really good rowing center. on Town Lake. I actually walked Town Lake yesterday, or I kind of ran some too, y'all, which was hard on my hips. My hips hurt when I was trying to sleep last night. But
Also, how spot is it there that you're running?
I ran and walked. Here's the deal. I also, because they were having a trail detour because the hike and bike trail was like they were finishing a part. So then I missed the bridge to go back over to go towards Mopac. I just wasn't paying attention. I was off on a weird, you went around the softball field or whatever, and then you like went back on, and I was just kind of, I don't know. And I missed it. And then next thing I know, I like come out and I'm like at Barton Springs. And I was like, oh, hell, this is not right. So then
Oh, no.
So then I had to turn around and go back. And so I ended up walking for over an hour, running. I was like doing a half walk, half run. And did like over 4 miles. And I was like,
oh my.
But
that's awesome. Good for you.
So, but I saw the rowing center multiple times because I think I passed it. I was somewhat lost on the hike and bike trail that I've only done probably hundreds of times. Yeah, so it's a beautiful rowing center.
It is. They have a good training. They have also on campus, they share, it's called the BBR. So they share the basketball training facility.
Oh, cool.
And so they have a floor. It's really cool in there. They've got like, their own, the machines, I guess. So when you can train, when the weather is absolutely not possible to be outside and stuff, and where they go to, have their meetings and stuff. So it's, we've definitely invested in rowing, and, I know our head coach, he's all in, and that's a huge team too. There's a lot of ladies on the rowing team.
Awesome.
I'll tell you what, I bet they're not out out in front of Greg, signing players up anymore, signing rowers up anymore.
No.
I'm telling you, Jordan, I got recruited. They were like, "You're tall. Can you row?
Would you like to row?" I don't remember if I told this story or not. My freshman year roommate did go try out for the team, but then she made it kind of like it was 2 days in or something. She's like, "Nah, I can't be doing that.
Yeah. Way too much.
It's a hard sport, y'all. I mean, they work hard.
Yes.
And I try the rowing machine at the gym sometimes. Oh, yeah. And no, thank you. No, thank you.
No, it's not fun.
Do not want.
I mean, speaking of that, this is a funny little tidbit. I don't know, tangent. I went on back in the day, I was selected to go to this trip to Antarctica. And so I was on a boat from the south tip of South America to the continent of Antarctica for 2 months. The only workout machine that you could possibly do when you're on this huge ice baking research boat in the middle of the South Ocean, when you have swells, 30-foot swells, and you're like basically going 180 degrees side to side, is a rowing machine. So you try to do that on a big boat that's moving side to side. It's highly entertaining. I
thought you were going to say they had you do the rowing machine because they're like, just in case the engine goes out.
No, God, no. That thing is like, it's the biggest ice-breaking research boat America has. Yeah, but I mean,
wait, that's pretty cool. We're going to have to revisit that at some point, like how you got selected for that.
But I just remember trying to get on that rowing machine being like, this is, yeah, screw it. No working out while we're here. I couldn't drink, so I guess that evened it out, I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, we can come back to that another show.
I'm writing that one down. We need to read that. That sounds hella cool.
Case, tell us about tennis. What happened in tennis?
Our men's tennis team did fantastic. Won SEC regular season and SEC tournaments, and they made it all the way. I want to say they made it to the semifinals.
You're correct. Then they had to play TCU.
Yeah, and so we again had the number one player at the end of the season, Tim Lego. Is that how you say his name, Jordan? Lego? And so,
if I'm remembering correctly from the broadcast, it's Legu.
Oh, Legu. Okay. Okay. I knew it wasn't leg out, which is what it like for the regular, for a Texan here. But so he won the ITA National Player of the Year, and that was after Elliot Spizzeri. Or is it okay? I said it right. Has had won it the past 2 years. So we won that 3 years in a row. And then a little sidebar on tennis. It's not about us, but Wimbledon is going on now, and they are making, and it's really interesting. They're really pointing out that there's a large number of college tennis players that, or people that have made the draw and that have made it to Wimbledon that played collegiate tennis as opposed to just jumping right into it, which I guess the trend is a lot of times normally to wait, or is to, you just jump into it out of high school or, as your professional tennis and just get going on it. And so
that's so fun. I did happen to catch that. Yeah. The full screen when they put it up there today, which I didn't realize that that's a thing. Like
a thing. But
yeah.
It's like yesterday that there was a guy from A&M one, and Chris Fowler kept talking about him. And I was like, all right, enough already. We got that. And then today, guy Cameron Norrie, he went to TCU. And so like his little, like his box of like coach and whoever his supporters were, they were all decked out in their TCU stuff. And then the guy today, then Taylor Fritz won, but he beat a kid that he went to Kentucky. And these guys are all from other countries, but they're coming to the United States for collegiate tennis. So the whole sport of collegiate tennis apparently is on the rise.
Sticking off. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So fun.
I love that. How much do you think that has to do with NIL? Like,
oh yeah, money.
Well, that
like I don't really know.
Neither.
I don't know. But speaking of NIL, Jill told me. Jill said today though that somebody from Cal Swimming gave like a $23 million gift or something. So she was like, "That's going to change. That's going to completely change things. That Cal's going to jump ahead of everybody." So
whoa! As we were just talking about swimming and diving always being dominant, that a $23 million gift with NIL can change things quickly.
Yes.
Damn, that's wild.
Yeah,
that's what we needed. Write that one down for some later episode. It's just some sort of NIL expert, because I'm just so curious, especially with the new legislation, like how everything's going to change.
I know.
But it'll
also be interesting for us to like look back on too, to be like, if the Cal swimming and diving team really do take off, like having this.
Yeah.
It would also be fun to get Jill on this podcast. She'd be a fun one to have on.
Yeah. I can ask her.
Yeah. Kat tees us up perfectly for softball, the last sport we have. We already mentioned the Women's College World Series, which was awesome, but some individual accolades for the women on that team. Reese Atwood's the National Catcher of the Year. Tegan Kavan, Mia Scott, and Reese were all All-Americans, and Mike White was the Coach of the Year. So not only did they win a championship, but a whole bunch of individual accolades for some very deserving athletes and Coach White.
Awesome.
And those College World Series games can go down as some of the greatest. We, got over the hump by beating OU in that environment when they are clearly have
their home environment.
The home field advantage. I mean, just it's ridiculous. And then those games against Tech were just
against $1 million pitcher. Like
legit.
To be able to pull it off.
$1 million. Yeah.
Reese Atwood just sticking her bat out there.
I loved it. I love that so
much. God, that's right.
That was the best thing ever.
I mean, and the obstruction call, like, hear the word obstruction, you're gonna like go nuts, and just, all of it was,
so good.
And the power back on the final game and just come out and offensively dominate, and then give Tegan a lead and go for it. So
it was awesome. Wasn't that Mike White's first?
Yes.
First win to
women's
college, whatever, World Series win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome too. Because he was at Oregon before.
Yes.
And they
were always good too.
Far.
And he'd taken them there. He'd done really well there with them. But
that's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's fun. It was a good year, y'all. I can't wait for next season. How many weeks away? I saw something like, are we like 8 or 7 Saturdays away from football? I saw that the other day.
Oh, okay. Yes. I have that.
Herbstreit. I saw it. Maybe it was Kurt Herbstreit or somebody was like posted it on Twitter. Maybe it was last week, and he was like, I was like, damn, that's like
8 more Saturdays.
8 more Saturdays.
8 more Saturdays.
I mean, that's like attainable. That's not bad.
Yeah. That's 6 fun guests on this podcast, so we can start talking about football.
There you go.
So everyone, send us your guest idea. Anyone you want to hear from. Yeah. In the 6 weeks we have before we bombard you with football news.
There you go.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We got some fun folks that we can get on here to, give us their good football insight too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
All
good.
right, everyone.
I love the season. I'm proud of all of our sports.
Yeah. We hope y'all have enjoyed us talking about Texas. And we'll talk more about Texas.
We'll be back for more. We hope to line up some guests for the next couple, what you said, like 6 weeks, Jordan, and like have some fun talking to different people. Yeah. Okay.
But we appreciate you guys also being along for the ride. This was a fun adventure for us to figure out if we even have listeners, and it has been cool to see the response too. Like, high school friends are like, "Oh, I listened to the podcast the other day." I'm like, "You went to Arkansas? Like, why?"
Right. Yeah.
But apparently we're entertaining, so I'll take it.
I know. I mean, I don't know. I guess we can look up how many people are listening. I haven't done that, but
I haven't either. So
I'm sure Shelly has the
Shelly has numbers for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I agree. I mean, every once in a while, somebody will be like, "I listen," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, great. Keep doing it."
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, like Jordan said, email us at ladiesofleftfield@gmail.com. Follow us on the Instagrams at ladiesofleftfield, and send us anything you want. We're open.
Yeah.
So
I'm allowed to tell you it's dumb though if you send a dumb idea.
Agreed.
I'm the only mean one. Okay.
No, that's me. I can be real mean.
Yeah.
What is your saying? What is your saying, Katie?
Yes, I said you can always send me questions, comments, or compliments.
Compliments.
Yes. So I say that. I say questions, concerns, and compliments. I don't say or. I say and compliments.
Compliments.
That's my tagline in every single message I send to my campus community.
I like it.
I do get people that say thank you for the reminder, and they send something nice.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
It is a nice thing to do.
All right. I will see y'all in left field.
We'll see you in left field.